Now, there's all the common ways that we heard, here's how you get someone to like you. Here's how you get someone to not stop thinking about you. Here's the best ways to get a boyfriend or girlfriend, get that one person to like you. But in this video, I'm gonna share with you 3 of the most shocking and uncommon ways to get someone to not stop thinking about you and make you irresistible. So, hope you're having a good morning. I'm having one myself out in the middle of the desert. If you enjoy this view, you gotta make sure you hit that like button on this video. My free success hypnosis is right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com, to reprogram your subconscious mind. Hit that subscribe and bell notification, and let's dive right into this video. Number 1, work on your finances. Not in a way where you're like, check it out, baby. Want to get in my car? It's a sports car. But in a way where you actually have individual direction in your life. Because get this, the Gallup polls recently said that about 70% of Americans are losing sleep over finances right now post-lockdowns. It's amazing. About 80% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, let's ask a simple question. What is the basis of attraction or magnetism? It is a subconscious energy. That's why people always say, I don't even know why, they're just so attractive, I just really like them. Because it's subconscious. It's an energy that we transmit on a subconscious level. You're exactly like a radio broadcasting tower that's transmitting a frequency, and your frequency is your attraction pattern, your attraction wavelength that other people pick up on a subconscious level. Well, a lot of that comes from confidence or lack thereof, assurance in self or lack thereof, and people can pick that up. Now, most people don't have any level of real freedom in their life, because they have no sense of organization over their finances, right? This isn't about go out there and be a billionaire. But when you meet someone and you're one of those few people that has a financial goal, and you're one of those few people that has confidence about your work life, it translates. I was just talking to my friend recently, just got an awesome new job, getting paid super well, and he's like, I feel more confident than ever. I love my job, I'm getting paid better than ever. And he was meeting some women, and he was just casually talking to them, all excited about his life. And this one woman said, I am so attracted to you. And he was like, slow down, baby. But the thing was, very few people in the world can say that they like what they do, they're excited about it, they have a grasp over their finances, and thus, they have a higher level of freedom. There's very few people in the world that can say that. And when you have that, it creates a certain magnetism, whereby my friend is like, yeah, here's what I do, here's what I'm stoked about, it's awesome, here's what I'm doing. And this woman's like, whoa, why haven't I met anyone like you before? That's the subconscious magnetism. It's a pattern interrupt. In sales, they call it a pattern interrupt, and it's when you interrupt a certain habitual thought pattern, or like all those weird internet marketing ads that you see, and it's just like it starts right away and it's like a pink Ferrari, and they're like, whoa, and they come out. They're trying to interrupt the pattern. Well, the same thing happens in attraction and chemistry. And if you interrupt the pattern because everyone is so similar, struggling with the same problem, staying on the same frequency, but you pop in, it changes everything. And so here's a few simple ways that you can start to do that. Number 1 is, do you have a clearly defined financial goal? And let's break this into 2 parts. Do you have a clearly defined monthly financial goal and a clearly defined annual financial goal? The second part of this question is, does this goal stretch you into the person that you don't even know you're able to become yet? There's an A-type, a B-type, and a C-type financial goal. An A-type is a goal you already know how to do. This is what most people are doing, right? You sit down at the date, and you start talking and you talk about your dreams and goals, but they aren't big at all. They're goals that you make $40K a year and you want to make it again. That's an A-type goal, there's no growth in it. A B-type goal is a goal you think you know how to do. I make 40, I'd like to make 45. A C-type goal is, for the last 4 years, I've made 40, and now I want to make 60 or 80, I want to double it. That's a C-type goal. It has energy to it. And the point of that goal isn't getting the money. The point of that goal is who you become in the process, that growth, that excitement, that magnetism, and that has an attraction pattern to it. And when you start moving along on that, you have more freedom, and that's sexy, baby. Number 2, work on your confidence. But not in a way where you work on it so you find new pickup lines and new techniques to get somebody to like you. It's a little bit different. So I want you to imagine that you're gonna spend the rest of your life not with someone. Would you be happy? Right? If you never find the romantic partner you're looking for, would you be happy? Most people would say no, they wouldn't be. But why even say that? Build a life that you don't need somebody else to help you escape from it. And when you do that, you're going to meet someone else out of nowhere that's on that same frequency. Remember, think of dating like a radio broadcasting tower, and everyone's transmitting a subconscious frequency pattern, and then you attract back to you similar frequency patterns. That's why two people that constantly sabotage relationships, or they're constantly prone to drama, that's why they attract one another. Right? Birds of a feather flock together. Just made that one up, huh? It's a new one. And it's the same exact thing with confidence. So pretend for a moment that nobody else could ever fulfill you, and pretend that you will not meet the perfect person until you become on the process of becoming the perfect version of yourself. I didn't say you become the perfect version of yourself. I said you go on the process of that. So that means, are you excited about your life when you wake up? Are you excited about what you do for work and career? Are you excited about your financial life? Are you in debt, and are you in debt servitude to the system? Are you in good shape? Do you exercise? Can you do 20 push-ups right now? Right? Just start going down the list. Do I like who I am? What are the areas of my life that I know I could do better in, but I still don't do them? When you go within yourself and look at those aspects and tweak those, that's what makes you attractive. Because this is things very few people are willing to do. Just look at the data. We know for a fact that 75% of people live paycheck to paycheck, 9 out of 10 people die with less than $10,000 and virtually no financial assets. No problem in not having money, but the problem with this is we don't have any freedom. And when you don't have any freedom, you don't have any confidence. And if you don't like what you do, but you have to do it 40, 50 hours a week, you're not very confident, you're not very excited, and you don't have a lot of energy. So how do you expect to attract that one person that you want and get them to think about you and become irresistible? How do you expect to do that? We can't, right? And I can only sit here and tell you this, not because I'm some dating master or something. Heck, I haven't been on a date in 10 years since I met my wife, but because I went through this exact thing. The person before I met my wife, I thought they were gonna be the one. And I tried so hard to get that relationship. I did so many techniques and tricks, and I wooed them for so long. And finally I got them, and I was like, check it out, guys. But that's not a foundation to build a relationship on. And so that relationship fell apart in a very bad way, and I was very sad about it. And after I was depressed for a while, I was like, why am I depressed? This is silly. I need to get happy again. And I just poured all my energy into myself and my life instead of trying to pour it into a relationship or love or romance or getting someone to like me or trying to find the right person. I tried to find myself and the best version of my life. And then out of nowhere, boom, when I'm on that path, I met Ashley. And Ashley said to me when the first night we met her, she's like, I've never met anybody like you. Because first of all, I didn't care about getting the relationship because my life was freaking awesome in that moment. I had just signed a book deal with the #1 English publishing company in the world, Penguin Random House. I was 22 years old, right? I should have been like junior in college, and all of a sudden I have a 5-figure check from the #1 English publishing company in the world. And I didn't have to brag about it. It was just like, she's like, what do you do? Well, this is what I do. What? I never heard anyone do that before, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, huh? It was just natural. And it doesn't mean you need to go be like some top book publisher. You might be like someone that always has loved hiking, but you never done it, and you never become a travel photographer because you didn't ever think you could make money at it. So you're stuck in this office job you hate, you don't like it at all, you don't like waking up, and you do it anyways. I mean, how do you explain your life to someone when you're sitting having a glass of wine, hoping that they like you? So what about you? Well, you know, I hate my life, and you know, I'm starting to really not like myself that much because I found out I'm a giant little bitch because I just let all my fears control me in life. And I've always wanted to do this dream, but you know, I really don't think highly of myself, and you know, I'm not very motivated. I don't have that much energy. And you know, after I get back from my job that I hate and my boss is mean to me, I just like to sit in front of the phone and scroll it, you know? It just helps me escape, you know? So what about you? No thank you, right? Like, that's the subconscious dialogue that's taking place. Understand, all of this attraction is subconscious. Work on your confidence by finding out how to create the best version of yourself, and by default, you're gonna attract an entirely new type of person. Number 3, let go of the fear of being alone. If you can't let go of the fear of being alone, you'll always settle for someone that is one step away from your ideal person. Think about that. If you don't let go of or conquer or just face the fear of being alone, then what you're gonna do is surround yourself with people or romantic relationships where you're settling and building an invisible ceiling just because you're afraid that if you aren't with this person, you might be alone. Now, this isn't just if you're in a relationship right now. Think about the subconscious energy when you go into a date or you're trying to woo someone, trying to get them to text you back and call you back, you're trying to get it going, but you're really afraid it doesn't work out. You know how dogs can pick up that fear? A lot of animals can pick up a human fear. Well, subconsciously, a person does the same thing. So they pick up on your fear, and they may not even be able to vocalize it. The fact is, if you are afraid of being alone, you will always be alone, even if you're with someone. The fact is, if you are afraid of being alone, you will always be alone, even if you're with someone. Think about this. There's so much depth to you. We walk around our whole life, and most of us have no idea who we are. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you're capable of? Do you know what you're good at? Do you know what you're excited by? Do you know the depths of who you are? Because there's a lot to explore, it's endless. But most people get to the end of life, they have no idea who they are. They know who other people think they are, but they don't know who they are. And when you find out who you are, and you get to know yourself and like yourself and respect yourself and love yourself and get excited when you wake up and you're in your body the next day, guess what? The relationships you get in are better, you're more confident, you're more attractive, you have more magnetic energy, your romance is better, your sex life is better. All of these things become better. Why? Because you have a connection to self. When you let go of the fear of being alone, guess what happens? Just like a planet has a gravitational pull, it's the same thing in romance and dating. Every person has a gravitational pull just like a planet, right? And your gravitational pull of what you bring into orbit is based off of what fears control you. So if you are afraid of being alone, you can only pull back into your orbit things that match that situation, right? Someone that you really like and they don't like you, so you keep getting to this point where you're like, damn, I just want them to like me. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be alone again. And it keeps repeating. The cycle keeps repeating until we learn the lesson. The lesson keeps repeating until we learn it. So I want you to look yourself in the mirror and I want you to say, I love myself and I'm not afraid to be alone. I love myself and I'm not afraid to be alone. And when you can say that and repeat that, and it starts to feel and ring true in your bones, that's when you know you're gonna get that person. You're gonna get them to find you interesting. You're gonna become more attractive, and your life, more than anything, is gonna feel more enjoyable to live. So my name's Jake, JakeDucey.com. If you enjoyed today's episode, give me a comment down below that says, I love myself. My free success hypnosis is right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com, right there down below in the description and pinned to the comments. It's my free success hypnosis to reprogram your old limiting belief systems that you don't know you have that are blocking you from getting what you want. It's right there down below. About 1 million people from all over the world have downloaded and used it over the years. Every day I get these amazing success stories of people who attract all these amazing things into their life. It's free. Just use it and then come back in the comments and tell me the great things that happened to you from using it. Maybe I'll feature you in a future Law of Attraction success story. If you have used it, give us a comment down below and let us know your story. Hit that like button, subscribe, and bell notifications is what notifies you for new videos. So even if you're already subscribed, double check if you hit the bell notification. And if you enjoyed today's episode, let us know right there down below and we'll do some more of them.